What if I told you that everything you ever wanted could be obtained with knowledge, and the only reason why you don't have what you want today is because you don't know how to get it? So if that's the case, why aren't we reading more books? For those who don't know me, my name is Sickle and I'm a future millionaire who loves to read books. And the reason why I make these videos is to document my life and inspire people along the way. So yeah, I love reading books, and throughout my crib, I would have a bunch of books around my house. And then here's my little library of books I have, and I made it a goal when I was younger to fill up this bookcase with a bunch of books that I've read. Right now I'm 3 shelves down and I'm just 1 more shelf to go, so that's exciting. So I want to make this video today because I believe books are drastically undervalued. We have books that incredibly smart, successful people have put years of their time, knowledge, and experience and distilled it all into one book. And with that, you can learn so many different things that can drastically change your life and your perspective and how you think. So with that being said, I want to share with y'all the 3 books that changed my life and how they have personally impacted me. The first book is my favorite book, and this book is The Alchemist. And the reason why I love this book so much is because overall increased my spiritual awareness and my spiritual growth. And whenever I read this book, I'm reminded of what is really important to me. And I feel like this book is all about just following your intuition and following your own path, not really trying to run other people's race or comparing yourself to other people, just kind of following your own path and creating a journey for yourself. And so the reason this book has been so impactful for me, because honestly it gave me the courage to move out of my crib and venture into a whole new state. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts, and after reading this book I felt okay with moving to Philadelphia, and I love this city and I do not regret moving at all. And I feel like this book really gave me a guideline on helping myself make major decisions in life. So I highly recommend this book. It's really simple, easy to read, and a lot of other people seem to enjoy it too. Now the second book that I want to talk about is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I kind of hate to put this book on my list because I feel like this is everybody's book that changed their life. I've heard so many YouTubers talk a lot about this book, and I have a lot of friends who really said that this book changed their life. And for me, it's done the same. It has an incredible impact on me, and I think it's very well warranted. Before I read this book, I generally did not know how to gain wealth, and I didn't really understand what made rich people rich. But until I read this book, that knowledge really sinked into me, and I was really able to understand how to gain wealth. And after reading this book, I truly became like, wow, this is what rich people do. I can do this myself. And so it gave me the confidence to actually start pursuing wealth and becoming rich myself. And I feel like what makes this book so good is that it does a great job contrasting what rich people do and what poor and middle class people do. And I feel like the reason why this book resonated with so many people is because most people who read this book and really enjoyed it were probably not wealthy. They were either middle class or lower class. And Robert Kiyosaki, the author of this book, does a really good job of explaining middle class people do that keeps them from being wealthy. And I feel like a lot of people reading this book were like, oh snap, these are some of the stuff I do. Oh, is this why I'm not really as wealthy as I would like to be today? That's what I was thinking, and I feel like a lot of other people can relate to the way he was explaining it. After reading this book, I became obsessed with investing and finances, and because of this book, I've been buying a lot of assets. And pretty much the main point of this book is rich people have a lot of assets and poor people don't. That's the main point of it. I don't want to dilute it because there's a lot more wisdom and knowledge in it. But after buying this book, I've been trying to accumulate as much assets as possible, and that's why I've been buying real estate, I've been buying crypto, and I've been buying stocks, to maintain my wealth. And so after that, I became inspired to read a lot of other great financial books, including The Intelligent Investor, The Richest Man in Babylon, The 4-Hour Work Week, and Think and Grow Rich. All great financial books that I would recommend reading if you ever get the chance. Now, the third book that I really enjoyed and really impacted me is called The Third Door. And the reason why I love this book so much is because it's extremely inspiring and just really interesting and relatable for me. And this book is pretty much about a college kid who pretty much his dream was to interview the most successful people in the world. And those people included Bill Gates, those people included Lady Gaga, Warren Buffett, Larry King, just some of the wealthiest and most successful people in the world. And he was actually able to interview some of these people, including Bill Gates. And so this book talks about the journey of what he did in order to get those interviews, and just how much work, how much cold calling, how much emails he did to really get there. And it's extremely inspiring. And for me, the reason why I love this book so much is because I read a lot of books, but this was the first book where I felt like the person had the same exact dream as me. For those who don't know, one of my biggest goals is I want to interview some of the most successful people in the world. I love music. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love Kanye West. I love J. Cole. I love inspiring artists, and one day I want to interview them. So I created a platform called Music for Inspiration that is growing really well and inspiring a lot of people. A lot of viral posts is there. I'll put the link down below. It's called Music for Inspiration, and if you want, you can follow that account. But essentially, just like my good friend Alex, I also want to interview a lot of inspiring artists, and I want to be a motivational interviewer and help people gain another perspective on what makes people successful and what drives them to become better and make wise decisions. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite books. They say knowledge is power, and knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. So do me a favor and share this video with all your friends and people who you believe will enjoy it or find value in this video, and comment down below what are your 3 favorite books. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for blessing me.